Can you talk about a baby mother healing from sexual toxic intimacy with her baby daddy? Absolutely. Understanding this person is no longer worthy of your body. Understanding that this drains you. A lot of people don't really know how to love themselves. Loving yourself requires you to learn yourself. And in the midst of that, also learn how you got there in the first place. There are different types of toxic sexual intimacies, from mild to maximum. Trigger warning. They can start with things such as unsafe sex to violent sex, even stems from grape, or the baby boy analogy, where Taraji P. Henson and Tyrese said fuck you a million times to each other. And in the next scene, they were sharing sexual intimacy. And if you're in a situation where the only time you're getting along with a person is when y'all sharing sexual intimacy, that is toxic. And a lot of the women today lacks intimacy. So some women actually accept the bums because he's very good at what he does. But he's very good at what he does because he's compensating for other shit he can't do, like provide, go to work, and shit like that. Like I said, there's many different types of toxic sexual intimacy. So it depends on which part you're talking about. Certain things that can lead to toxic sexual intimacy. And sadly, you become addicted to it. And they use it to their advantage. Because me being narcissistic, I gotta have your high and your low. Which means when you hate me, I gotta make you hate me, but when you love me, I'm gonna make you love me. Makeup sex is beautiful, but not when it's abused. And you can literally hate the ground I walk on. Nobody do your body like I do your body. As a matter of fact, we break up a million times and you actually go out there and try it with somebody else, they don't do it as well as I do. You hate my fucking guts, but when you get aroused, I'm the person that you're thinking of because I've learned your body. A lot of people that's learning you, they're not learning you to love you, they're learning you to take advantage. But since we don't really have a specific right here, let me go to the different other types of sexual intimacy. Let's even talk about the grape. When somebody's doing that, it's like invading your home without permission. And that in itself is toxic. And all women handle that shit differently. This happened to little girls even. And when they grow up and haven't healed from it, they develop themselves into toxic sexual intimacy. I've literally had one woman say, I go from body to body to body to body. So I'm trying to forget the first body who took it from me illegally. Literally, word for word, that's what she said. So basically what I heard was distraction, 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 because I need these bodies to help me to escape the thing that I'm running from. Some women actually blame themselves, like they had the power to change the situation, literally blaming themselves and it wasn't even their fault. Some of the things happened when they were little girls, and now you took her most prized possession, then she gets older, now it means nothing to her. Now they use the word, it's just sex. It's easy to point the finger at the women. We gotta understand a lot of our women were damaged as little girls by the peoples that they trusted the most. Another thing that could lead to sexual toxic intimacy is giving yourself to people that you don't want to give it to in the moment. It includes people in the relationship. I'm not telling you to deprive your partner, but there will be times that your partner don't feel like doing anything. Vice versa. But you feel obligated to him. You want to say, baby, not tonight. I got a lot on my mind. You're afraid of his reaction, so you give your body to him. In this situation, that's causing you to show resentment towards yourself and to the person that you're doing it with. More so to them because they don't understand it. So instead of fighting, you just give your body to this person. This also leads to sexual toxic energy. Somebody forcing you to have sexual intimacy with them that you don't want to have it at the moment, that will literally cause you to have the biggest resentment ever. So as a man, I can understand a night or two when you're not in the mood. As long as it don't lead to a point of I'm just getting deprived, that means you really don't want me no more. Then what are you here for? Go make yourself happy and be with somebody that you want to share that with. But if he don't understand that there are going to be nights where you're not in the mood, and be understanding towards that, because there's a lot of shit going on in your mind and you just give your body to it anyway, and you know deep down I don't want to do this shit right now, that can leave you to resent your partner. Then you'll start finding him less desirable, and that could lead you finding somebody else desirable on the outside of the relationship that's not going to pressure you about it as much. Sex is very important in a relationship. There's going to come a time where all y'all can do is talk. Use an elderly couple for an example. There's a lot of elderly couple that do not like each other to this very day, but the one thing they share together was sex. When it gets to a point where sex is not even on the table, can y'all hold a conversation? So if you don't share nothing deeper with sex, sex without a connection is toxic. I'm not religious or anything, but the body is the house of God. So if the man is going in you without the purpose of looking for God, he's trying to bring the devil. And like I said about the first person, the reason why I want your highs and your lows, because I'm trying to send you on an emotional roller coaster. You lack intimacy. So now that's your weakness. You need it. You meet a man in the beginning and he say, yo, this is just sex. He get you in the bedroom in his most vulnerable state and he's saying, I love you. I want you to be my woman. Then you actually take that in and believe him. Then you catch him doing fuck shit. You catch him and then his response was, you know what this was. You understand the assignment and you go back and try to get yourself back. He want to go back into your world again. Before you go back to your world, he got to sell you a fantasy. You know I love you. I just don't know how to express it sometimes. You fall for the bullshit. He get you back in that position. He say all that shit. Then it's a cycle all over again. Emotional roller coaster. Toxic sexual energy. Every man ain't worthy of your body. And fellas, every woman ain't worthy of your seed. Take it from a man that's really been out here. He will even tell you that shit ain't all what it's cracked up to be and shit get old. And every man got somebody on the hit list they wish it wasn't on that motherfucker. You realize, damn, I done spread it myself thin. Every woman ain't worthy of my seed. Damn, everybody done had you, so what makes you special? Even from back when we used to play the numbers game. Doing the body count, talking about I'm up to 40 bodies. But when you start to mature, you look for quality. And you soon understand. You start to say, man, I would rather have one quality woman than 40 women without quality. Who brag about running through a bunch of threes? You can have one solid 10 and be content for the rest of your life. This is why people ready to settle down when they get a little older, expecting you to take them as is. And I'm talking about both genders. This is when you realize quality over quantity. And if you want to heal from sexual toxic intimacy, here's what you need to do. Number one, anybody you share that connection with, break it. Because 9 times out of 10, if they don't want to heal it from being toxic and they want to continue it, they know the type of power they have over you and they don't want to lose that power. So in the midst of not losing that power, they don't want to change the narratives of the relationship. Again, every man ain't worthy of your body. And a lot of people think fasting, it means to stay away from food. No. Fasting means to abstain from. So it's abstinence time. Nobody get in your body unless it's somebody special that you're going to have that connection with. And anybody you have that sexual connection with, break all contact with them. Go no contact and pour into yourself. And there will be times shit comes up. There will be times where you're going to be tested. You're going to get that urge to call this person. Don't do that shit. The best person in the world is a person that know how to be disciplined to themselves. Don't fall victim for it. You got to cut it off altogether. If your house was dirty, you would not want nobody to come in your house until it was clean. And if you got toxic sexual intimacy with other people and you haven't got it out of your body yet, your house is not yet clean. Not physically dirty, spiritually dirty. Become loved and attract love. And the very next person you invite in your world, they will be yours, not everybody else's, for those who need it.